Okay, so Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess just came out. It's available on Steam, Xbox, etc. I'm playing on a Game Pass PC, which I heard is a little bit more stable than the PC version. So we got a lot of hours in already. I can't wait to play even more. Apparently, this game is also pretty positive reviews on both the PlayStation Store and Steam Store. So let's talk about the game. What did I like? What did I dislike? And if I think it's going to be worth buying. Let's quickly look on Steam though and see how much it was. Because like I said, it came free with Game Pass at no extra costs. So Kunitsu. So it's $50. Holy crap! Okay? Is it $50 worth it? Okay, so this game is from Capcom. It's the RE engine, and it's pretty much a tower defense slash escort game. So if you like games like Orcs Must Die, you're gonna kind of like this. It has its own little flair to it. But basically, the story is it's sort of like fantasy, old school Japan, where the whole story revolves around these people from the mountain, and apparently they got so greedy that pretty much every demon around the area is like, hey, screw you guys, you're taking too much. So the mountain actually does fight back. So the mountain fights back in the form of invading demons or yokais that they call Seethe, which has taken over everything. So it's up to you. You're playing as So, which is the guardian swordsman of this priestess dancing lady, and I think your whole culture dances. So you're gonna go to village to all of your landmarks to defeat all of them and purify everything. So that is the overall story. So far from what I've played, there's two different stages. There's probably going to be different ones, but there's basically escort missions and boss battles. So how the game pretty much works is it's going to be instance stages, and I believe the game is only going to be single player. I've yet to see any sort of multiplayer thing. And I don't know about keyboard and mouse, but I'm playing on an Xbox controller and it works really well. The game runs smooth. They have a ton of accessibility options for graphics and audio and camera. I did a ton of tweaks, like taking off bloom, messing with the minimap, always fix north, etc. There's a lot of good accessibility, so good quality of life stuff. But yeah, how the gameplay works is it's a hack and slash with a 3D camera. And in every stage, it's going to get increasingly difficult, of course, but basically you are escorting your priestess to the end of the level. And to do that, it's an RTS tower defense escort where you run around the map and you do little quests, and at the same time you're guiding her through. She's on a fixed path, but you have to go around gathering material to build a sort of path for her to go on, so that you run around with your sword, you purify the area, you find villagers, you break pots, you do little quests, and you find cool permanent equipments to, increase your life, villager's life, more damage, new moves, lots of other cute perks. But basically, as you get villagers, you're going to be using the same resources that you use for the lady to turn them into lots of different classes. You have like basic melee classes that tank for you. You have archers, and later on you get more crazy ones like ascetics that act as a stationary tower that freezes enemies, allowing you to do lots of stuff. So what makes this cool than a traditional tower defense game is you are moving around and attacking, and also you can command your guys to move around and attack. So you can position them in different areas. It shows you their area of attack, so you can put archers in certain positions so they won't take that much damage, and then you guys can go in the fronts. And then enemies are primarily coming out at night. So like I said, you have it's RTS, real time. You run around, do as much as you can, try to get to the end of the level. And then also, as soon as it hits nighttime, you have to protect your priestess lady. You tell her to stop there. Maybe you put up the fence or two. Then you position everyone around the portals, and then enemies come out, and you hack and slash the whole time for a couple of minutes until morning again, and then you rinse and repeats. The whole goal of these escort missions is to do as much as you can. It's not just get to the end, but you want to unlock all of the permanent equipment because it will help you out in future runs. There's also hidden quests that you don't know are quests until you finish the level. For example, maybe, you were supposed to destroy all of the pots, or maybe take 0 damage from your priestess, and then you get extra materials. Then after you finish one of those stages, the stage becomes a base that you can use. The base is there for you to go in, become a save spot, for you to talk to the priestess, for you to equip different things. You have a loadout. You have different special abilities you can equip. You have passive trinkets that change things up. And more importantly, you can upgrade your villagers. So once you unlock a new class, you can say, hey, all of the extra quests that you do, they're going to give you money, they're going to give you resources that you can use to level them up, just like you would in a tower defense game. Like, oh, this guy has more health. Oh, he has a new attack now. This sort of woodsman. And then the game points out that, hey, don't worry about it. Even if you don't like the upgrades, you could always revert back and get 100% refund, which is great because there's a lot of challenges that is like time-based or stuff like that, where you need to upgrade certain units, or you're going to be going back out and doing a lot of things. And then those are the escort missions. Then you have the boss missions, where it's kind of just an arena. You're not escorting her anywhere. Sure, you still have to defend the priestess, but then you're overall just fighting a gigantic boss, which is pretty cool, using all of your abilities and the people that you get. So it's pretty basic that way. So the story's basic, just hey, we're gonna go demon, destroy all the demons, and the two primary mission types are escorts, and then do all that. So, what are the little nitty gritty parts? What did I like and what did I dislike? Well, I love the graphics; it's very smooth, running super well. I don't know how it's gonna run on console, but if it runs really good right now on PC, I can't imagine it would be any worse on there. It just looks good. Once again, the RE engine. Monster Hunter, Capcom, even Street Fighter, they're using the engine, so which is pretty cool. And it feels like a nostalgic game, in a good way, like a PS2 game. But I don't know how to explain it. But it just has that sort of repetitiveness, but it also does more stuff to unlock, where you always want to keep pushing forward, if that makes sense. Yeah, it could get super repetitive if you choose to do every single challenge, because if you just go to stage to new stage to boss to new stage, you're gonna have a good time. I think that's the perfect pace to do things, but you do get highly rewarded if you do go back and do those missions. You get stuff, but it's not like 100% importance. You're not going to be using all of the new trinkets that you get. The most important thing, though, is the money for the permanent upgrades for your units. And one thing I do have to say I really dislike is how every mission does have those three challenges, like especially the escort missions. But they make it so you can complete some of them your first time without knowing how to complete it. But then after you beat it, they give you the list of, hey, next time if you do this mission, make sure to do this, this, and this. Every single stage I've played so far makes it so the very first time you play it, there is a 0% chance that you can complete all three missions. And that wouldn't be that bad if the missions weren't that long, but then they can go upwards of 10 minutes to even half an hour. So it's really rough that they made it so, hey, we're gonna increase the time of the game by making it so you have to replay these, especially if you're a completionist, to unlock these things and get some extra money. I think that's really crappy. But once again, if you could just have it in your gamer heart to be like, I don't want to replay those missions, you don't have to. The game's pretty easy. But if you do need those extra resources, it is there. But overall, the freedom, the hack and slash, the fluidity, the amount of units you have, the rushing through the stages, it's not bad. It's a tower defense escort. It's fun. I think I'm really liking it. I'm going to try to complete it all the way. So far, I literally have been completing every mission and going back and forth, building up your bases. Because, after you finish those escort missions, you do unlock it as a base. I did say you're going to talk to the priestess for your loadout, but you're actually also running around the same map, reusing the assets, why not? And then you're repairing the base by having your villagers pretty much take some time to complete them and repair them. And all you have to do is tell them, hey, repair this, and then you come back after a stage or two. Even if it's replaying a stage for one of the monotonous challenges, you come back, you get some rewards, etc. The rewards can be like money. It can be like bestiary stuff, so you can learn more about the enemies, look at the models. They even have this one funny thing where you unlock sweets where you can give to her, and then you just watch her eat it. That is the reward. You just watch her eat. Pretty cool, I guess. But yeah, overall, the game's fine. Now, is it 50 bucks? Oh man, that's tough. Was it 50 or was it like 40 or something? Let me recheck again. Kunitsu, it is 50. Ooh, that's kind of rough to say if it's 50 or not. Oh man. Well, the thing is though, I have a lot of fun with this, and I think it's completely fine. It is completely fine. But absolutely, you could get it on a sale, and I guess the cheapest I would say would probably go for is like 39.99, 29.99. If in a perfect world, I would say 35 bucks. It's probably the most fairest from what I've played. But either way, it's good. You know, once again, this is hack and slash, tower defense, repetitiveness. Really a lot of the same missions over and over again if you choose to do so. But if you just rush ahead and do things without all of the upgrades, I think the difficulty is going to stay on pace, and then it's going to be more fun because going through the same stages over and over again, I do unlock stuff, everything gets stronger, and then it just comes a cakewalk, and you're just becoming a robot and going through it all. So overall, the game is good. If the only thing I'm complaining about is the completion stuff is boring, and I'm not like hating on the game itself, then hey, no problem. But it looks good, feels good, the music's whatever. Voice acted, which is kind of cool too. The nice cutscenes. So that's it. That's my thoughts on Kunitsu Gama. Is it Kunitsu Gama? Yeah. Kunitsu Gama Path of the Goddess. Came out of nowhere. I'm glad it's on Game Pass because I don't know if I would have actually paid 50 bucks for this. I would have watched some gameplay, but because extra Game Pass stuff, I'm down. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.